I'm Brenda Rex. I'm going to go over a lot of the minerals for the skin. To get started, I just want to give you a general understanding why most people are deficient in minerals, and it's usually coming from the way that we have mono-farming right now. We are farming the land and we don't have the proper mineralization. Most people have a general understanding about that the body is required nutrients to function. Most focus on the need for the macronutrients such as the protein, the fat, and the carbohydrates, and some people actually understand the role of the micronutrients such as the vitamins, amino acids, and polysaccharides and minerals. Even fewer people actually realize that 95% of all of the body's function rely upon minerals. The minerals orchestrate the biochemistry of the body. Demineralization within the human population has been scientifically confirmed over the past 150 years to be intimately linked with our poor health and disease. Demineralization means that there's an absence of the major dietary minerals such as calcium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, and phosphorus, and then there's also trace minerals such as zinc, selenium, magnesium, and copper. There has been a rise in the toxins in our bodies from many different types of pesticides and herbicides and volatile organic compounds. So it's imperative that we limit our exposure to all these toxic materials and to rebuild our body with minerals. The greater the amount of toxic matter introduced into our bodies, the greater the need for a healthy immune system to combat these life-depleting substances. So if you want to have a healthy immune system, then proper mineralization is the key. And minerals can actually detoxify us. So around about 80 years ago, the farming practices changed. The American soils have become seriously depleted of minerals. The mineral-depleted soils can only produce minerally depleted crops that we and livestock consume. We are now about 3 or 4 generations into a serious toxin overload and food mineral deficiency because of our intake of this mineral-deficient plants and animal food. There are plenty of different studies out there that conclude organically grown produce contains more minerals and more vitamins than foods that have been grown in this land. We really need to go organic and not stay with conventional. And the enzymes that we find in our food are the catalyst for proper digestion and the food itself, but also proper metabolic functioning in each of our cells. In seeking optimal health, the amount of enzymes that we have in our reserves directly correlates to our vitality, and we actually need these minerals to affect how the enzymes work in our body. Each cell of our body has about 4,000 different types of enzymes lying dormant, just waiting to be activated. To become active, both major minerals and the minor minerals are required in this process. Most people never really fully activate all of their enzymes because they lack the minerals required to do so. So we really need to be more conscious about our foods so we can take those in and we can activate the enzyme factory in our bodies. The body is constantly striving to stay in balance various different ways, one being, say, the temperature. It's 98.6, so we're always trying to strive for that. We're always trying to strive for consistent blood pressure and consistent heart rate. We're always trying to regulate our breathing. As much as we regulate that, we also need to regulate our internal ideal blood pH as well, which is about a 7.365 up to about a 7.4, and other tissues that are in our body that can be either slightly more alkaline or slightly more acidic. A good kind of all-around pH is to go about 7.0 to 7.2. Our body is actually a little bit more alkaline than it is acidic. So we always want to strive for bringing alkaline minerals from good food. The alkaline minerals that we want to bring into our food would be calcium, magnesium, silicon, iron, and that's what creates the alkalinity in our body. The foods that are rich in acid-forming minerals such as phosphorus, chlorine, iodine, or nitrogen will create an acidity in the body. To do that, we want to eat more foods that are alkaline or acid, So the acid-forming foods would be, say, nuts and seeds, including the grains, most sweet fruits and sweet veggies, such as carrots and beets. They would be more on the acid side of things. The foods that are more alkaline would be a lot of greens, salads, that sort of thing, along with any wild land-based foods such as herbs. And also, we just want to keep everything really fresh from really good soil. If we measure out on our pH scale, we're using pH paper, and we come out that we are acidic, we want to alkalize our body for better functioning. And the quickest way to do that would be having, say, green juice or even a grass juice. So you can use grass juices such as wheatgrass, barley grass, wild grasses, along with salad greens and also spinach greens. That will definitely create a quick turnaround in your body to mineralize yourself. To create a more alkaline body for our beauty and our skin, we're going to go over each of the different types of minerals that I had said earlier. And to review, we're going to go over the 5. We're going to do magnesium, silicon, sulfur, zinc, and iron. And I'll give a little bit more detail on each one of those as well. The first one, magnesium, that particular mineral is about 80% deficient in most people. So 80% of the population is deficient in magnesium. That's followed pretty closely with deficiencies in, say, chromium and iron as well. Magnesium is super important. The healing properties of magnesium, it calms our nerves, it relieves PMS syndrome, it helps with mental and emotional imbalances, decreases irritability, helps with sleep, increases bone health, and relaxes our muscles, aids in digestion, so it acts as a bit of a laxative as well, and it also helps with migraine headaches and cramps and spasms, helps with blood sugar imbalances, and many other things, also including proper functioning of the heart muscles too. As far as the foods that we can have that are high in magnesium, one would be the chlorophyll-rich green foods, which are super high in magnesium. And then to give you a few others, we've got different seeds that you can use, flax seeds, sesame seeds, and herbs. Got sunflower seeds, molasses, lentils, avocados. If you're a chocolate lover, you can always have, a bit of raw cacao. That's another good way of getting it into your body. Then moving on to silicon. Silicon is found in our blood vessels, our bones, cartilage, connective tissue, our hair, ligaments, lungs, lymph nodes, along with muscles, nails, skin, teeth, tendons, and the trachea. We want to get the foods for silicon. They would be alfalfa, bamboo shoot, bell peppers, burdock root, cucumbers, hemp leaves, horsetail, which is one of my favorite. I love horsetail. I love making homemade horsetail tea. We also can use marjoram and also nettles. I go and actually collect my own wild nettles and make tea with that as well, including with the horsetail. And then there's also spinach, nopal cactus, oats, radishes, romaine lettuce, tomatoes, and young green plants in the springtime. And then as far as deficiencies are included, if you have any of these types of things, that the foods will actually help that. That would be poor skin quality, maybe some brittle nails and hair, and cavities, and weak bones and weak tendons or ligaments, osteoporosis, and some lung disorders. If you feed your body silicon, that which is a precursor to a lot of the calcium issues, that will help rebuild bones and your teeth. And moving on to sulfur, that's a really good one for skin and beauty as well. I actually put that in my water. Sulfur is a foundational mineral for all of beauty. It can be thought of as the world's best cosmetic. Adequate sulfur intake is important in creating a beautiful nails and hair and also skin. It has the ability to transform your complexion by giving you a bit of that soft glow and flame-like tint in your skin. Sulfur can be the key in assisting those with certain types of acne as well, so it will help that. It helps to soften and beautify scarred skin. Anybody with acne scarring, that would be a good one to add in. Sulfur is also responsible for making the shine in our skin, nails, and hair. So if you want more shine and radiance, that would be a good one to do. Also, if you've got curly hair, you can manage your curls a little better with some more sulfur too. Sulfur It's also a powerful detoxifier, which helps to relieve pain and inflammation, and it helps by assisting the process of our cells. It can reduce lactic acid buildup in our body, and which helps to alleviate the muscle, leg, and back cramps that you might get. The foods that we want to take in to create more sulfur in our body would be aloe vera, noni, arugula, bee pollen, blue-green algae, hemp seeds, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, garlic, and we also have hemp seeds, radish, hot chilies, peppers, kale, onions, pumpkin seeds, radishes, spirulina, and watercress. And if you're one of those daring type, you can also add in durian. I'm not a fan of durian, but if you like durian, that would be a good one to bring into your body for sulfur as well. As far as the deficiencies that show up in your body, that would be including acne, arthritis, and brittle hair, brittle nails, gastrointestinal challenges, immune system dysfunctions, lingering muscle injuries, memory losses and rashes, scar tissue, that sort of thing. Then to move on to the next mineral, we've got zinc. Zinc primarily works through the role of the enzymes. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory. Enzymes are dependent on the zinc. For zinc in our body, we would need different foods that can be eaten raw. That would be like seaweeds, cacao. If you're into some Chinese herbs, we've got deer antler. That would help with that. Poppy seeds, pumpkin seeds, pecans, cashews, pine nuts, macadamia, sunflower seeds, sesame, coconuts. And you can also get liquid zinc, which I've had many times, and that works really well. And currently I'm taking a plant-based zinc. Zinc deficiencies are more acne, loss of taste and smell. So if anybody wants to improve their taste and smell, zinc would be really good for that. Slow growth in kids, alopecia, skin rashes, and other skin disorders, delayed wound healing, delayed bone growth, and maybe also poor eyesight. If you want to add in more iron to your body, that actually helps your blood. So we want to add more iron into our body. And that's actually really pretty much identical to the chlorophyll in plants. The center of the blood, the hemoglobin molecule, we find in iron is the center of the chlorophyll molecule that we find in, say, magnesium. 2/3 of the iron found in the body is actually in the blood. So iron-rich blood carries oxygen throughout the whole body. It generates a magnetic blood current and the electromagnetic current in the nerves. So if you have any nerve problems, you need some more iron. Iron-rich foods, we've got cacao, spirulina, artichokes, onions, burdock root, cherries, blackberries, collards, young lettuces, nettles, parsley, shallots, spinach, Swiss chard, one of my favorites, grasses, dark leafy veggies, and red-colored berries, such as raspberries, and also red meat as well. And then the symptoms for an iron deficiency would be anemia, lightheadedness, weakness, fatigue, and any intolerance to cold. So if you've got cold hands, that would be one of them. Also, if you've got a thing about eating crushed ice, that would also be a symptom of iron deficiencies. There are some quick little tips for how to create some beauty in your skin. If you guys have any questions, you can actually reach me on my email, and that's nutritionalupgrade@gmail.com. So you can catch me up on Facebook as well. And you can send me direct messages on there on Facebook if you choose. Once again, I appreciate your time, and I will talk with you all later on the flip side. So hope you all have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.